What are companies' obsession with people always keeping busy? This is one of the reasons I'm considering going into sex work or finding a way to become my own boss. But I hate the unwritten rule most places have of always needing to be busy. Sometimes there's absolutely nothing to do, and that's okay. You'd think finishing work early and efficiently would be rewarded. But the opposite is true. Being efficient is punished with more work. Because of their incessant need to constantly keep their employees busy. So working slowly is actually in your favor. I have found something better than looking busy. I stay out of sight. When they say, if you've got time to lean, you've got time to clean, what they mean is, if you've got time to lean, you've got time to exert more labor providing additional profit or support for profit benefiting those at the top. And while you'll see no immediate benefit, we'll tell you that your additional efforts will be noticed and rewarded, even though we'll likely only reward the people management likes best, regardless of anyone's actual efforts. Employers are not happy unless you are overworked and know that you are underpaid. In fact, even then they want more from you. They want to know you are exhausted, but to hear you say you're fucking hero, a machine, and you don't stop. They want to know you've had a painful shift. They don't want to pay anyone for showing up or standing around. Unfortunately, I'm a human with biological needs. I'm unable to accommodate your need for technologically advanced cyborg staff member. Boss, what? I'm not a machine. I will do things at my pace as long as my job is complete and my productivity stays constant. How and when I do my job is irrelevant. If I need to go slow, take a break, have downtime because of my excellent time MNGMNT, then it's up to me. You can take your micro MNGING elsewhere. I won't accommodate your need for superiority. Yes, I've said this. Yes, they were speechless at that point and walked away. Most people are pretending to be busy. It's a work skill all on its own. Their obsession to keep you busy so you don't think too long about how crappy your situation is and start an uprising. I hate it. I'm always running out of stuff to do, even though I never work extra hard, and I always work on the slowest days. It makes the day so much more slow because of how fucking bored I get from just standing around. When there's nothing to do and there's no one that I can talk to pass the time. And then when I am just standing and staring at all the same aisles and shit in the store, they get mad. I can't control when and how many people come in, nor can I just pull a task to do out of my ass. Yup. Pointless busy work. Why can't we just relax? Why am I forced to waste 8 hours of my life no matter how hard I work? You need to move to white-collar work, especially working from home. There are lots of time with nothing to do, and that's okay because we're not machines and can't work 8 straight hours or more a day. I hate the saying, if you have time to lean, you have time to clean, or simply not allowing employees to sit. People need rest and they have physical and mental limitations. The people who always focus on these things usually do very little or sit for long periods of time. If I do my job description, what's it to you if I rest or not? If you have time to lean, you have time to clean. Those words infuriate me. This mentality just makes people work slower so they don't finish their tasks too soon. If they do finish, they only get more stuff to do. Companies only shooting themselves in the foot with this one. If we weren't busy, we'd be happy and realize hustle culture is toxic and predatory. We'd be organizing and demanding better working conditions. There is no incentive for corporations to let people enjoy their free time when we can be making them more profit by consuming or producing endless pointless products. Busy work is something that I've always despised with every fiber of my being. Companies pay the employee for the whole hour of work, and therefore they want a whole hour of work for them. Even if it's utter bullshit busy work. At some point it's not even productive work. It's just work that's done to make you miserable. Which is apparently equally desirable as employees doing actual productive work. So stupid. Yeah, I worked at Target and they got upset if you so much as sat down when there was no work to do. No people at your register? Stand at the entrance and greet customers. God forbid you sit down for a minute to wait for another customer. There is no excuse to just stand at cash. There is always something you could be doing for the store. No, there isn't. Please leave me alone. Why aren't you working harder? I was. Until you interrupted me. Wow. Look at our profits plummet. It's like they go lower and lower the longer you linger here. Because in the capitalist philosophy, if you are not being productive making money for someone else, then you don't deserve to exist. They don't really want to pay you for standing. That makes it seem like getting paid to do nothing. So, someone makes you sweep the floor or go help others. They are stupid in this way. Especially if done well. They have a lot of downtime. But you won't catch them sweeping. No. Sorry, Bob. They are special. And smarter. If you were special and smarter, you would be there too. Right. Meanwhile, the supervisors sit their fat asses in a chair, sending emails and talking face with rolling eyes. Busy work is offensive bullshit. Have always hated it. If you are a woman, the worst thing you can do is go into sex work. That shit will follow you the rest of your life. Maximum productivity for your time. You need to be making money at every instance possible in order for surplus value to continue to increase. It's all about capital. If you can lean, you can clean. That was a phrase I commonly heard from managers, so I would say if I fit, I sit. Because maximizing work done return on salary. Whip ever last bit you can from wage slaves. Just be busy on your phone looking for a new job. When I turned 16 and got my first real job, my dad told me to work hard and not brag about it, as management would know me by the quality of my work. My mom pulled me aside and gave me the best advice I've ever received. The reward for working hard is more hard work. Find a way to shine and let others know it. Thanks, Mom. I noticed this at work when my manager said we need to keep busy or the big boss who checks the cameras will give us less hours if we are just standing around even after a busy dinner rush. Can't I relax 5 minutes when it's not busy? I have a desk job and part of the onboarding training emphasized getting up every 15-20 minutes to reduce strain on your lower back. But if God forbid you don't answer calls from the supervisor on the second ring, then it's assumed you're away from your desk instead of working. Management's obsession with keeping workers busy is exactly the same as teachers who want their students to always be busy. Or at least appear to be busy if they don't look busy. I must not be doing my job correctly. They're extracting value. If you've got time to lean, you've got time to unionize. All value comes from human labor and the earth. The more socially necessary labor your boss can extract from you, the more money he makes. Capitalism has warped American minds by instilling the idea that more work, more money. Companies want to delude themselves into believing that they need to get their money's worth out of the employee. I'll always remember Bill Hicks' view on bosses. Why aren't you working? Because there's nothing to do. Then pretend like you're working. Why don't you pretend like I'm working? You get paid more than I do.